Hey everybody, it's Cliff Lewis again with the Cliff Lewis Experience. We're here on another Eats adventure. This time we're at the awesome Third and Ferry down here in downtown Easton. I'm with Mike, the owner of the restaurant. Mike, thanks for hanging out.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Oh, our pleasure, our pleasure. So here we are, Third and Ferry. Tell us a little bit how you got started and what we got going on.
I've been a chef pretty much my whole life, going on 30 years now. My wife and I moved out here in 2004 to open up Vintage. It was a restaurant up at the Club of Morgan Hill Golf Course. We were there for 10 years and they sold the golf course, so we left. But towards the tail end of that, this opportunity came up. This is a long opening process, we'll say. It was pretty much every kind of cliche horror story that you can hear in the restaurant business happened.
Okay.
But
kind of got them out of the way in the beginning.
Yep, got them all out of the way in the beginning, and now now we're open and we're here. Being downtown Easton it's different. It's like, I love Easton. It's got like a city feel. It's got a city look, but it's got this small town, really strong community base where everyone kind of knows each other and helps each other out. Like, it's just really cool to be down.
Oh, I agree, yeah, and I feel like the restaurants down here have really kind of energized the city and really kind of brought it back. So what was the space before it was the restaurant today?
It was Lipkin's Furniture for just over 100 years.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So you guys came in and retrofitted, did everything.
Oh yeah, this is the only things in here that are existing are the floors and those columns right there. That's it. Wow. Everything else is redone.
Obviously you guys are known for fish. What kind of prompted you to go that direction with the restaurant? And obviously it's working out fantastic.
Like you said, the Easton restaurant scene is terrific. It's phenomenal. The nice thing about it is that no one's really eating off anybody else's plate. You know, you got a steakhouse, you got a sushi place, you got a great burger, beer place, and everyone's kind of doing their own thing. They were missing seafood. Oysters that's our thing. We always have at least 8 oysters on. They're always fresh. We burn through them really quick so they're not sitting around. The thing here is that over the years, I've made a lot of relationships with a lot of different purveyors, and they're all quality purveyors. So, everything here is always fresh.
Obviously, Third and Ferry down here in Center City, Easton, hanging out with Mike, the owner. Mike, we're post-COVID. We're coming out of another wave here. How have you guys dealt with it in the restaurant business? I mean, obviously, when you walk through the restaurant, you see the precautions you guys have put in place to try to kind of keep that. How are you guys doing with the whole thing?
Knock on wood, we're doing okay. So the one thing about this restaurant, the best thing about, the seafood is great. The oysters are great. The best thing about this restaurant is the staff that's here. They are some of the best people that I've ever worked with. It's real nice to come to work.
Right.
As far as COVID is concerned, Easton really helped us out with the tents outside. It blew my mind. They came out one day and they just said, hey, we bought all these concrete block barriers and, you're going to get this space and we're going to close down this street and you're going to get this and you're going to get this. They didn't say, hey, you can opt into this program for this much money, because none of us could afford it. They just did it. So that we, put the tent out there and, the tent was, it was a lifesaver. Legit. I cannot be any more honest when I say that was a lifesaver. We would have just closed the doors. What we decided to do was focus our efforts inside.
Okay.
We have curtains up between the tables. I have ultraviolet systems in my HVAC. I have an electrostatic sprayer that we spray the whole restaurant down every night. With a disinfectant. Hopefully, I can give people a level of comfort.
Right.
Where they're comfortable enough, to come inside in the colder months and enjoy a meal. When you know what's coming and you can prepare for it, you just kind of just do it.
Just kind of push your head down and say.
You push your head down,
and just kind of fly through it. I think one of the things that separates this, for me anyway, the amount of time, and I've been here a numerous amount of times, is always that you walk into a seafood restaurant anywhere in the country and it has that kind of same seafood vibe, that kind of drier, quieter kind of atmosphere. And every time you walk into Third Street and Ferry, you don't get that. You get that home feeling. You get a bar that is filled with locals that from being in Lehigh Valley, just great people. And it almost has a regular following to it, which is just not really normal for a seafood restaurant. You think of a seafood restaurant, you think of, it's a special occasion we have to come here.
And
that's really, exactly.
I got
and that's not the vibe really that you get here at all. I mean, I feel like you can walk in here at 3 o'clock and be like, hey, let's get an appetizer and a drink. And not only is it acceptable, you're standing at the bar because everyone else kind of thought the same thing. So moving into 2021, hoping the vaccine comes through and everything goes back to normal, how do you continue to push through and drive the brand in years coming forward?
you're the nail on the head with, you know, when people come in here, I want them to feel comfortable. Same thing with the staff. I understand you punch the clock, you're working. Have fun. You're doing this job because you like it, have fun with it. And that's really gonna be the mentality moving forward. Keep putting out a quality product, you know, at a fair price, in a really relaxed atmosphere where people just want to be.
So we appreciate you hanging out with us. One of the things we always do here on the Cliff Lewis is always, really the reason we do these is really to support local restaurants and establishments here in the Lehigh Valley. So we're going to go ahead and buy a whole bunch of gift cards. If you guys can like, share, and comment on the video, we truly, truly appreciate it. We'll continue to keep making these videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for a couple minutes today.
This is terrific.
Guys, come down, stop, say hello to Mike. Belly up to the bar when you're allowed. Until that point in time, come out, grab some food. I'm gonna now go get something to eat because I'm starving. So thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.